What's up, everybody? I'm John. This is my trophy wife, Kristen. This is No Ordinary Path, and it is a Real Talk Tuesday Travel Nurse Takeover.
We're a travel nurse family. This is the travel nurse. I am the tag-along, along with our kids and our dog, and we live in Windy, our RV. If you are a travel nurse and you're considering this lifestyle, there's good and there's bad, but all things considered, it's a pretty awesome life.
It's pretty awesome. Alright, I'm going to dive into this right off the bat. Here's some of the great things that I love in regards to travel nursing in the RV. Right off the top, if you are still maintaining your tax home, you are going to make more money in terms of your tax-free stipends. The RV, even if you have a payment on the RV and you're paying for parks and that kind of stuff, typically speaking, the amount of those two totals is still going to be less than what your monthly totals of your stipends are. I have allowed Kristen to join in on this Real Talk Tuesday because yes, you have been allowed, guys.
Well, I have no knowledge of the nursing world, but I can tell you about travel nursing while living in an RV.
Indeed.
We do not have a payment on our RV, but we do maintain a tax home, and we aren't going to go into that. It's tax season.
Taxes get complicated.
But we do maintain a tax home, which means we do pay money for that.
Yeah.
And we also pay for RV parks most of the time. They are considerably less than the actual stipend. In fact, they can almost be paid with 1 week's worth of stipend.
Exactly. It's really nice to be able to be in the RV because you have all the comforts of your own home with you wherever you go, every time.
Yeah, it's really fun when you wake up and you've just moved and you forgot that you moved and you feel like everything's the same because you're in your house, and then you open your window and you're like, we moved.
Yeah, it's really nice to kind of come home and have that. This is my little safe space. It's right here. A lot of travelers that I have met have pets, and with the RV, it's really not an issue. Bring your family. You can bring your families with you too.
You want to bring your family?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But yeah, boondocking also opens up a whole nother world of, you still maintain all your tax stipends because as long as you have your tax home, you still get those payments, regardless of where you're staying.
Yeah, and when we were in Phoenix, we dry camped a lot, and we did have a lot of things that we purchased in order to do that. So, and plus we had a gym membership, so I'm not sure we saved much money when we were in Phoenix, but now going forward, as long as they're not snow covered.
Well, we've made all those purchases.
Yeah.
We've made all those
now
kind of one-time purchases.
Save the money going forward.
You can spend as much money as you want on this. Just because you do the RV thing and it is possible to save money doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to. It's about your mindset and your lifestyle, where you choose to stay, because parks range at prices all over the place. What kind of rig are you going to get? You can have a travel trailer like Windy, or a big fancy Class A diesel pusher, or a camper van. There are all sorts of different things that encompass this little umbrella of RV travel. Having an RV and deciding to pull that trigger and travel nurse with the RV does mean that you might be limited to certain destinations of which you want to travel to.
Especially for your very first contract. If we were really set on, we want to explore the West, and we got a contract in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So we had to go where we could get the first contract. We actually turned down Baltimore initially because we couldn't find an RV park to stay in, but they wanted him bad enough that they searched and found
they actually found us. They found us a place. Yeah. So, and that same thing happened in Colorado. I got an offer in
Loveland.
Was it Loveland?
I think it was Loveland. It was
somewhere
north of
up there,
Denver, and it would have been awesome, but there was no
place to stay. In Phoenix, there's tons and tons of RV parks. We couldn't get into any of them because we're not over the age of 55. Sometimes, if you're one of those people that likes to be, 15 minutes from work, but you're going to do the RV thing, you might be needing to accept the fact that you're going to be upwards of an hour away. That's kind of like our cap. I won't go much more than an hour outside.
And you've only done that a few times.
Only a few times. When you have your own place, you're responsible for it. So if you're staying at a nice Airbnb or something like that and the plumbing goes bad, you just make a phone call. It's not your problem. But when it's your rig and the plumbing goes bad, then it's your problem. And or if you're pulling with a truck or something like that and it breaks down, it's your issue to deal with. That's why we have all sorts of warranties. Everything is warranted in the Farnsworth household.
I always make fun of John because every single thing that we ever buy, he's sold. If you tell him lifetime guarantee, he's like, I'm sold. Like socks.
I have lifetime guarantee socks.
You guys.
I totally do.
We have used our warranty on the truck
multiple times. It's
Wendy.
paid for itself over already, and we've used it on Wendy too. Yeah, storing it, and I really didn't think too much about that initially. However, eventually there are some destinations that I would like to get to that we're not going to be able to bring Wendy. Now, we'll be fortunate enough that we've got family that has land that we can store the thing on. But if you don't have somebody like that, you're going to have to end up storing it somewhere if you choose to go to a destination where you can't get into.
Yeah.
Be that a metropolitan area or be that somewhere, I don't know, over an ocean or something like that. I hope you guys really enjoyed these videos and this one. I hope you find it informative. If you're not a travel nurse, it's no big deal. We got a whole other list of stuff about everything that we do in terms of RVing and just this crazy adventure with our family. So hit the subscribe button and we would love to continue to share this with you.
I
gotta get in the zone. Hold on.
Welcome to the No Ordinary Path. Today I'm going to talk to you about all the things you need to consider. What are you doing?
I think you should say, my name's John. This is my hot wife, Kristen.
My travel nurse takeovers, not your travel nurse takeovers.
Look at this trophy, Brian. I got here.
And we
Was
are
it
a
even
travel
mail
nurse.
order? I found her as a bad luck of judgment on her part when she said yes, but it worked for me.
Why?
I don't even do blooper reels for Real Talk Tuesday.
Well, you should for this one.
I really should.
I mean, I brought out the Russian. I'm John. This is my hot wife, Kristen. And hey, everybody. Welcome to No Ordinary Path. I'm John. This is my trophy wife, Kristen. And why don't you do this? You can talk about your trophy husband.
Live in this girl.
We live in a girl?
We've done this about 80 times.
80 times, you guys.
We are a travel nurse family. What that means, this guy right...
Sorry.
Why don't you say something about, like, but all things considered, we really enjoy this lifestyle.
Okay.
In Russian.